My name is Jennifer Thomson. I'm an associate professor of biopsychology. In my laboratory, we study the effects of stress on health, and specifically we're interested in looking at how traumatic stress can affect an individual and lead to the development of post-traumatic stress disorder.
Hi, my name is Kelly Stryker. I'm a senior biochemistry major with a psychology minor. I came to Messiah from Lancaster County. The distance kind of drew me to it, that's always a factor, but I really love the faith-based community that we have here at Messiah. I got to meet Dr. Jennifer Thomson, and her research in the biopsychology department is really what sparked my interest. Post-traumatic stress disorder specifically wasn't something that, stuck out in my family life before, or I hadn't experienced it myself, but I did know that in the future I'm really interested in clinical trials, and this was the closest thing to a clinical trial that I could get involved with while in college.
I got started on this project when I was a postdoctoral fellow at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. While I was there, we were looking at some research that shows that individuals who were treated with morphine for their pain following a traumatic experience had a decreased incidence of PTSD. When I came to Messiah College, I was interested in continuing that research, and we wanted to look for another pharmaceutical intervention that would have a lower addictive profile than morphine does.
We used buprenorphine in a different semester, which is a medication similar to morphine, but it has less addictive properties, and also it's not as dangerous as morphine itself. There's something called an opioid ceiling effect, and so you can take a certain amount of buprenorphine, but you can't ultimately overdose on buprenorphine.
Kelly has really taken ownership of the project and can work in the lab independently, carrying out the different facets of the animal model, handling the animals, and also training new students who come into the laboratory.
Coming to Messiah, I knew that my interest in science would be ultimately connected to my faith, and that we would have wonderful conversations about the interconnectedness of science and faith. My first biology class that I took here at Messiah, the first day we talked about the relationship between science and faith. We didn't shy away from that, we didn't avoid the topic, and I ultimately truly appreciated that about Messiah's campus. The biology department and the chemistry department don't shy away from that, and they ultimately show us that the two can coexist, and that just really strengthened my faith as I spent time here at Messiah.
There are two ways that I see this research project tying into my faith. The first way is that I view science and research as a type of worship. When I'm in the laboratory and looking at a sample or looking through a microscope, I really feel like that's a way of communing with God and His creation and understanding more about Him and the way that He designed us to be. Because we study PTSD, we're really interested in suffering and helping to alleviate the suffering of individuals who have experienced traumatic events in their lifetime. I truly believe that every strength that I have, that every strength that anyone out there has, is a gift from God, and ultimately it's our responsibility and ultimately our privilege to be able to use those.